Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet.
Now that being said, no, unim se ansana omo be free finance minister. So onon fa na no ye mrampo no not already. Co-chairs no ateki decision say the first and third grounds crowd there omo mfa nto nanim mpo no we no ho ano. The first ground was on conflict of interest. Nana Atena Hasa can be where to say there is a clear case of conflict of interest. Me pesa mi jina ha say efo afi di kese so kama Ghana for to say yeka conflict of interest a matter of law. Obia betima refer to the Companies Act of Ghana as to what constitutes conflict of interest. Enya perception anasa abusremuka. Conflict of interest na akadia disclosures other ancillary rules to be ka ho a esese ni nyina ye establish anasa ye free man sa na akase conflict of interest. Now, in relation to the finance minister, any the issuance of bonds, Shraj Abua said there is no conflict of interest. So, Obekanya, Ora Broja Jemfi, or the finance minister, Ejina 1992 constitution, so they no call down Shraj. Say 1.2 billion bonds be our no mu issue, and now there was conflict of interest. Or no ni susu say. Finance minister emu issue sa bond no say be on any company any family and friends on be benefit from that bond. Shraji de busumi num eye nhwehwemu. Shrajo menka perception o. Ena menka obi a ohun evidence ana say you know say me ka mitrima bo misre maka. Shraj ruling no say o check all the newspapers publications on December 29, 2017, it was all over the front pages. But Metima refer or say Obetima City Online to pull that story. Say Shraj a clear finance minister of conflict of interest. Intimesre say ye intimi nka say oh ebia ye mpenasem ana mo bi nya efe ana ebia ye ne nya personal interaction be within the sector ye ninje ho into all of a sudden say ye bu anofo say emu anofo kian ne kin oyi na no kra there is conflict of interest e no de me pa cho ye nya no ma temuafo ne nya ma Shrajo mu otumi o mu mabua enya sa afa ni ebe kan o mabua asem no dada no said there is no conflict of interest no ye ntimi nchechere otherwise emfan so finance minister honorable Ken Oforiatta unless say ye were additional facts related to other matters and not in relation to this specific bond marking. That being said no nana na mebra penyi kasa no or say a new Kwankwasa finance minister because he has interest in the financial sector and as a banking sector and as a financial market dynamics no. Metima Council sued yourself from 1992. There is no single finance minister only exposure and our interest and our friends and our alliance and our interest of any sort within your banking sector and as a financial sector and our markets na ye wono. Na yeka data bank obi anim se data bank nye bank a ye wura mu se ye kodidwa te se na ye wo bi Access Bank na GCB into the financial sector space na ye broader investment sector ni ade no ye broader beyond even established banks a ye nim na sa wo digi obi a background their declarations ni bibia you would know say untimi nkasa omunyina obi a ohonoma waba under 1992 constitution ya no ni any interest and answer such exposures within the financial sector na me kan so na me kan in a negative manner me kan sisudu ya say ansa na ye be fa se be ye finance minister na be director na be boa in terms of your economic policy no a technical area now we your obia or your player stakeholder and now say winning dynamics within the financial sector yes I am mouse out to me no say brabeto to yesika sema enye yi sa na ye pe obia mana be attorney general and minister for justice ye kopel lawyer ni obi wo law firm that were practice that wo interest or friends or existing law firms ne other connections and now such exposures I will honor man so obey lawyer and obey AG. Sir for special prosecutor. Nancy ya won't say na GS enya issues edientia. teacher unions na nka say oh asem say appointing or people's teacher onye trained teacher na ye per specialist na ye pe obi a ono no ewo exposures na onim ye sector no mu to come and lead us anana nya sa enti mesre say me mfa no nkoka say ebia finance minister because na emre bi etwa mu which precedes ye ba beto aba for president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo amana be president now our exposures to data bank enti no for him to be appointed as finance minister no alien to the conventions and answer practices are ye Ghana. I believe say that has to be settled, say it is not the case. The second issue so I wish to respond to and say Obia so on finance minister, including NPP4. That's the assertion. And I say majority so on finance minister. Into what a whole yeding. Adentina President Akufo-Addo Pamono may refer to a statement made by former President John Dramani Mahama, which was also properly captured in graphic. President Mahama said he is under a lot of pressure. Ebra na ye were in the peak of doom saw in 2014, 2015, 2016 from within, including party for publicly or making utterances say one pam your friend is saying you no for tepe at the time as finance minister. Mejidi say me preemptive mokran ka mubenya voice recordings bebre kwa mobebo amaye to that effect. And so at the end of the day no Ora se tepe etwa ne term until the end of President John Dramani Mahama ne term ended in January 2017 when you know enti no that posturing say eye alien say I aden na wonko de o party for bi so omon pe so yenye yiwa wo da so ho as if say oh ebia wo this relation tia or that relation tia megidi said the mandate ye de ama president so mebu man ono na executive powers ni nyina constitution ni de ahye ne nsa no enema ekoyi a ebe ne de ebe na hohoaho a enema nkoyi ebe ne ya ono nso so be fa nsem a ye ka ene the reality on the ground wonim onenim sikadodo a ewo Ghana fotuo mu onenim kwan a ye fa so abosom bi aso a yetu adwumayefo ka onenim kwan a ye fa so etime foto that 12 billion covid expenditure any other information eye privy to him as a president wonim say whatever crisis are ye facing especially from March this year no enye the doing of the finance minister and to one jina so fan taking decisions based on emotions say ebia ne obia oyele person onye privy to such knowledge and answer information na beka so want to say na mo no na emum me kan so na me kan say ebra majority members of parliament omusi jina so omo pese yi finance minister no unim se omone omampanyi ekosi nkonwa krata de akire by publications but to the effect say omampanyi ni omunkita hudie no kosi say omomma finance minister kwan no one mekan ye budget and 2023 budget any economic policy na yenwe IMF program no ye secure program na omampanyi besa no omasi nkonwa ama ansa na mo no nso so omayede omatimi adwendwen ho ahwe bebi omode befa ananya sa enu nachi the mother party are all the majority members in parliament omudon sa party NPP no NPP party no chairman ni general secretary ni empanyimfo akukuda me all party ni mu nyina so si ginaye general secretary na nsa nhase na nsa hyase de aba ese omunim kwan omo befa so omo be kan semu ya manaye akototen na asumdwe aba ye party nim ne Ghana mu enti no yentwen na jinaya majority ene omampanyi esino eno nso so omunya abotre na sa abrani dru na budget ya ye be ready ni IMF program no ekosi a no omatu ho anamo ananya sa enti me nkan kosi se ase ebia eno wo relations we eno wo exposures we enti no no nko a yase empewa akia ne ken osi ho it is not a reflection of the reality on the ground and answer a reflection of what has happened in the past ye ba be yi no se content cro ono nko ana in times ye call for say yenyini because yakwa ahokyere mu na meka no abra na ye expend covid budget abra na ye all the interventions ye clap no claps and me Fati me GB me gidi so man penyin so ka fellow Ghanaians o GB enye bra ye beka nkontabu asem ne nka se no de ono nko an ne mfa nko soa no e no 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 ye sei no no ye sei na there are two other issues so specifically me person me refer to me direct a conversation ye koso wonim say me kan wo say on the first issue which has to do with conflict of interest and the third issue which has to do with Jubilee Oil Holdings Limited no ad hoc committee na nkasa asigina ese omo mfa ntoto na no because omo frɛ piak for esa frɛ GMPC for buy piak for so omo ntimi confirm say finance minister na share yes omo mfa that amount of money enko to shares GMPC for so buy no omo say omo call finance ministry ho bosia bosi omo koje say GMPC omo ni sika ni bi da ho for that transaction which is permitted under the law ayama omakwenya to transact in that manner and exercise the necessary discretion omo say bosi an omo beje enye finance minister na sha omo keten ana say o direct omo ana bibisa GMPC or board or management omo are bound by omo law say they establish omo any other best practices are what within corporate governance and so say now there was the need for any further information about how they acquired those shares and answered the company omo mother ministry as Ministry of Energy Krampono now obi betima file a question in parliament omo mother ministry no ababa bedi o market na mu anya akwanya ayusu opportunity no to make such responses but they found it convenient say yemfa nkoyere finance minister because ebra obviously we are in an economic crisis and it appears easier say the easiest decision is to find somebody to take the fall enti yemfa nkosen no kon but me say would be besen obi kon at least let us have basis ni evidence for it. Now on the issue of the second grounds omo raise here won say clearly finance minister dey anu ye by na baby ada din because even Omati association of 5 members and 10 members. Yakoya association meeting near better drink a crampo, a printed paper. Ya budget near the miscellaneous ashasi, ananya sa. Me who institutions be say any company and even events or mobile or munye arrangement for unbudgeted miscellaneous expenditure and say other obligations which have not been costed at the time or moya budget no. And also among anticipate say enema bi betimi aba am yetimi asigina say ye hia ska dia ye we wa abra say ska na yan budget for eno na on the second issue no finance minister akansi so dua say eye contingency vote no eye allowable sika ye dishe under other government obligations which came before parliament our finance committee approve ye tieni yo. And to that accusation, Omodeba yes say a contingency fund under Article 177 of the 1992 Constitution no say a honum na finance minister ekoyi sika edikwa boa National Cathedral project na esese kwan bi wo ho esese ofa so e no wan fa so finance minister say won koyi sika bia from the contingency fund name a contingency vote which is allowed under a other government obligation. Our refer say 2014 year called Brazil no. Na ya anya budget for Ghana Black Stars called Brazil World Cup. Omo discuss from sa contingency vote num. And a support ya di mu ambassadors ni coconut ni ho eche nyina. I don't want to belabor the point. Entino enya contingency fund under Article 177. Na uye no free honoma. Aya no obi nkan say yetimi ba yesu obi a conjoined twins so ye pay $100,000 ye pay $1 million dia surgery aban ko boa we he ye say aban asom se ye betu aka no ye say o asem bi asi atorenchem bi aba ye say mpofiri mu ye nkopes kan ko ye say na aban akofa ska ba ye say o ma respond swiftly my ade sa niema ni nyina senka ye ni any other government obligation and the government machinery and the Ministry of Finance and baby a nkiye ntimi
Peace FM 104.3 Good to meet you.